What's up, company of love stories? Blessings to all of you as you start up this spring break. I hope that this finds all of you enjoying whatever it is that you have planned for this week. This finds me with my beloved enjoying a staycation here in our little apartment in the South Bronx for this week. And it also finds me eager to get in the room with all of you to start up this next phase of this process. I've got 3 notes for all of you to be ruminating on and working on over the course of this next week. Note number 1, prepping for the welcome. As I start to review the team drive of your work with all of your archived documents and footage, I can see that you've all got a great vibe as an ensemble, and that's really exciting. I'm honored to be able to step into that. Now you are adding several of us to your team, including me and our designers. And I don't want to take for granted that we haven't been with all of you over these first 10 weeks. We are strangers to the work, and we've got to treat this transition with care. In order to do that, I've asked Freya to help me prep and lead the flow of our first rehearsal, as well as help me think through the first week of our rehearsal process. The design team will be present for that first rehearsal, and that first rehearsal will break up into 5 parts. It will include a warm-up, a run of what you've done so far, some time for reflection and conversation on the work, some time to reflect on your working agreements as an ensemble and what we'd like to be thinking about and when it comes to working agreements in the future, and some time to play with some new material. And for all of that, Freya's going to be leading the flow while I and our designers figure out how we best fit with you as a team. Note number 2, where and when else does love stories take place? I enjoy the opportunity that devising can give me to imagine popping off performance at different time and in different spaces. Now we can choose to land love stories on the stage. We can choose to only land it on the stage, but I want us to imagine right now, as we start, how it can be happening all the time. How it can be happening on the web, on the walls, on the radio, and at various moments over the course of the next 6 weeks. This is an invitation for us to be thinking broadly about what it means to perform love stories. And this is also an invitation for those of us who have scheduling challenges over the next 6 weeks. No sweat if you can't make it to all of the rehearsals and to all of the tech for the staged performance. Because my hope is that we're going to find other ways of manifesting this performance. It can exist in so many ways that aren't limited to just the staged run. So once again, I ask all of you to consider, where and when else does love stories take place? Final note, note number 3. I've got 2 generative prompts for all of us to complete. The first, create a litany of who you are doing this for. By this I mean a list of 30 sentences that begin with the phrase and repeats the phrase, I do this for. By this I mean love stories. I do love stories for. So for example, I do this for love. I do this for the one I hope to love in the future. I do this for the 13-year-old me who was shamed by the letter I tried to sneak into Jessica Jimenez's mailbox and got caught. Does this make sense? Make the list legible because it will be put up on a wall and shared with the rest of our company during our rehearsal. Second prompt, bring in 10 to 15 images that communicate what love stories look like, what love stories sound like, taste like, dress like, and smell like. These images want to be in color, and you want to cut them out, frame them so that we can put them on the wall, so that we can all be looking at them and generating off of. Yes. So that's 3 notes. The first one, Freya is going to be helping me prep that first rehearsal. Be ready to share all the material you've put together in that 1 act thread so far. The second note, where and when else does love stories take place? And this final note are these 2 prompts: the litany of who you do this for, and 10 to 15 images of what love stories look like, sound like, taste like, dress like, and smell like. Awesome. Let me know if you've got any questions, folks. And I look forward to being in touch and to seeing all of you in a week's time. Peace.